Oh boy, what a day. I've had 9 hours. 9 hours of delay as I have been traveling on my way to Atlanta. Now, I was at Arizona at these meetings, you know, with David Herzog. And then, I know you guys don't want to hear about this, so I'm just going to get on my little escalator of life here and ask what's happening with Kathy Griffin. First of all, my staff keeps telling me I'm calling her Kathy Gifford, so I apologize to Kathy Gifford. Whoever she is, I think I know who she is. Probably a nice Christian lady. Okay, so, well, people are coming here, so I'm going to act like a normal person now as they walk past me. Let's make believe that we're not actually having a conversation. Hello? Thank you. Okay, now, here's what I wanted to say. What the heck is up with this girl? I mean, yesterday, 2 days ago, she did this like Donald Trump beheading thing. I take off. I'm going, that's really weird. Then she does the mea culpa and apologizes, right? Did I misunderstand? There's this whole apology. Please forgive me. I was out of my mind. I'm a comedian. I went over the line. I'm so sorry. Okay, so she does that. I figure, all right. Now, probably what she should do at that point is just let it sit. But oh no. I just checked today. Am I right? Today, she decided to get a lawyer and attack Donald Trump and his family. So, let's see, 3 days ago she does the beheading thing. That screws up. She gets a backlash. Then she comes out and apologizes. That was the smart thing. Then today, she blames it on Donald Trump and the fact that she's a woman. Am I hearing this right? I'm traveling. I got to get the facts. I'm going to send her a message. I'm going to suggest that since she did the beheading and the apology and now the attack, tomorrow she should follow it up with a new picture, maybe with a severed leg, and say it was all a big mistake. She didn't realize the prop was a head. She thought it was a leg, and it wasn't Donald Trump. It was, you know, someone's rump. Or just come up with anything. Anything to change the subject. That's what I would do. I'm serious. Go with the severed leg. Just say it was a mistake. Oh, look, a chair. How much you want to bet that as soon as I sit in this, someone's going to show up? I'm not kvetching people. This is a Jewish prophetic gift I have. Now I'm sitting here. Now that I'm comfortable, watch. Someone will come through and want to talk to me. Anyway, I'm on my way to Atlanta. Check out the Atlanta meetings. We've got to be there for 2 days. I speak at 1 o'clock. And then the next Sunday morning. I love Atlanta. Atlanta's got a lot of activity going on. Got a lot of friends in Atlanta. So if you're in Atlanta, you should come join me. I'm sure it's advertised somewhere on this Facebook page exactly where the event is. All that I know is it's 10:40 in Dallas, and I just got here, and I've been waiting all day in Phoenix. Now, I'll arrive at like 1:50 a.m. Anybody want to meet me at the airport? 1:50 a.m. Atlanta. Come on. We'll have a party. It'll just be you and me. And then I'll go find a hotel. And I shouldn't. I don't know what I'm going to do on the plane. Anyway, I'll read your comments on the plane. I'll read your comments. And anyway, did you read about the Abbas thing, President Abbas, with the Palestinian guy? I don't want to miss my flight. I've got to check my time. That is hilarious. Abbas complained that Donald Trump yelled at him. He did. He told the Arab news media, he said Donald Trump yelled at him. What happened? Donald Trump's not a politician. And he meets Abbas in Washington, and he wants to do a deal. You know how Donald is. And he's going to give the guy a fair shake. He's trying to be presidential, and I'll be an open mind. And the guy says, okay, well, now that I've met you, I'm going to work with you. Then he organizes a protest of resistance with Palestinian. This is what they do, a protest when Donald Trump shows up. The Israelis show Trump the protest. Trump immediately, in his meeting with Abbas in Israel, says, what the heck are you doing? You told me you were on my side, and I just got evidence that you organized resistance against me. He says he yelled at him. Abbas so shook up, this is not a typical politician. He doesn't understand what's going on. He's going to the newspaper and saying, he yelled at me. What kind of a politician is this? It's a different kind of politician. I'll tell you what, Donald is shaking things up. Can you believe this guy? The whole world is making him get on his knee and genuflect to the climate gods. You know, He's supposed to be able to do the Paris climate deal. I could talk about this all night long. Basically, it's going to be a bad deal economically. It's supposed to be a 1%, a 1-point movement. It's going to maybe be affected in the temperature of the Earth. And America is already operating under one of the highest strictures and standards with the greatest cost economically. And it's a big advantage to Europe to have us do this. And Obama, and here's the thing about the climate thing. It's the perfect one world agenda. We are the world, we are the Antichrist. So, this is the issue that liberals and New Agers love, because it unites the whole world against the supposed bad guys. Except the argument nobody wants to think about is you only have these Paris agreements in like Europe. In India, where people are starving to death by the tens of millions, the only way out of poverty is through energy and through industrialization. And so in China and in India, where you have the world's greatest populations, 2 billion people coming out of poverty, learning how to eat and survive, they actually need the industrial era in order to be able to eat. So we have to come up with an understanding that for this thing to actually work, we have to come up with innovative energy sources and resources, which is what America's been doing. We're coming up with the green energy products, but this is a free enterprise creation. This isn't something mandated by a one world government. We'll talk about that later. I can see I'm not really scoring any points with you guys, but I'm telling you, $2 trillion is going to cost us. 6 million jobs is going to cost us, and it's a dubious science, which you're not allowed to be a naysayer in terms of the data gathering that these global warmer people are doing, because if you do, you lose your job. So there's a scientific persecution, like a boycott against anyone who challenges the data. It's kind of like being a conservative on an Ivy League campus. You're a rare species if you're in the scientific community and not bowing and genuflecting to global warming, because that is the new global god. And I got to tell you something. Anytime the whole world is in unity on something, I get suspicious. Because the real issue is, it's the one world issue. Everybody wants to genuflect to the fear that the globe is not heating up. I know you guys are going to show me the inconvenient truth stuff, but there's two ways of looking at the data. And one is to say that the data is because of carbon emissions, and the other one is to say we don't really know whether there is a trend, and we know that that history has its cycles. But I'm really suspicious about anyway, I'll just say this: it took great courage for Trump to stand alone against the world. Incredible courage. Man. You gotta say, this guy just will not break. He's a wrecking ball. All right, I'll catch up with you guys later. Let's see if Kathy Griffin comes up with something creative tomorrow. I'm recommending the severed legs. That might be a new approach. Talk to you later.